One day, the Fat Controller had some very exciting news for the engines. A television company is going to use the railway to make a film, he said. The film is about some children who become very special friends with the engines. 3 engines will be chosen to be in the film. They will be star engines. Peep, peep, said Thomas. Which 3 engines will it be? Wait and see, said Sir Topham. That night in the shed, the engines talked about the film. I wonder who will be chosen to be in it, murmured Thomas. It's obvious, scoffed James. They'll need a splendid-looking engine, so I'm definitely in. They'll need a strong engine too, laughed Henry. I fit that role perfectly. And above all else, they'll need a grand engine, finished Gordon. And everybody knows there's no one grander on this railway than me. We are the largest engines after all, they boasted. I do hope you are chosen for the film, said Edward graciously. So do I, said Percy. Thomas felt sad. He wanted to be in the film too, but Gordon, Henry and James were so confident they'd be chosen that he believed them. I hope you enjoy making the film, he told them. Do you think I can come and watch? Oh, of course, smiled Gordon. And you won't just watch us, Thomas. I won't, he gasped excitedly. No, laughed James. You can help shunt the yard while we're filming. The big engines laughed, and Thomas went crossly to sleep. The next morning, Henry, Gordon and James were still boasting. Tell the Fat Controller we'll be late in starting this morning, Gordon told Edward as he prepared to leave for the big station. Our drivers and firemen are going to give us an extra wash and polish. We have to look our best for the TV people, put in James. Edward grimaced. He was growing tired of the talk of television. Don't take too long. Remember, the passengers don't like to be kept waiting. But the 3 big engines didn't care about passengers. They just wanted to impress the TV people. But the Fat Controller wasn't impressed when he heard. An extra wash and polish, he spluttered. They should be thinking of their passengers. I have told them that, sir, sighed Edward. But they want to look their best for the television people. Thomas and Percy were busy bringing coaches to the platform, whilst Toby arranged trucks for the day's good train. The TV people won't be interested in us, they thought. We're better being really useful engines instead. The Fat Controller went to make alternative arrangements for their trains to run on time. Fortunately, Boko was able to run the express in Gordon's place, and Henry and James's trains were taken by Donald and Douglas instead. Soon, the 3 big engines puffed grandly into the big station, where the Fat Controller was waiting with the producer of the film. These are my bigger engines, Gordon, Henry and James. They think they'd make fine stars for your film. The producer looked them up and down. They are really fine engines. The big engines were flattered. But they are rather large. What about the other engines? The smaller ones? The Fat Controller pointed to Thomas, Percy and Toby. The producer was delighted. They're just the right size! Gordon, Henry and James were surprised. But what about us? They gasped. You 3, the Fat Controller told them sternly, can take the goods train that Donald, Douglas and Boko have had to leave in order to run your trains. Perhaps that'll teach you to be a little less vain in future. The 3 big engines went off in a huff, and Thomas, Percy and Toby were included in the film. They enjoyed being filmed a great deal. They thought acting was lots of fun. Thomas felt especially pleased with himself. He liked the idea of being a special star engine. At first, Gordon, Henry and James were jealous, but they soon learned to be happy for the smaller engines, particularly when they were invited to the special premiere of the film at the big station. What happens in the film? Henry asked Thomas. Thomas chuckled. You'll have to wait and see.